Hi, and welcome to L.A.L.L Nutrition. My name is Michelle, and I'm a certified holistic and nutritionist. And today is pretty exciting. I have a topic that I really love to talk about, which is digestion and our mood and how it's so interconnected and related. So, what does digestion even have to do with mood? So, in my practice with clients, I always get my clients to do a food and mood journal, and they might not really understand why they're doing it, but it's a great way to see how foods actually make us feel physically and also emotionally. Most of the time they're tuning into the physical sensations, but you can start seeing certain foods might make you feel irritable or foggy or sluggish, all kinds of things. And why does mood connect with food? So what we're really doing is looking at the connection between our digestion, our digestive tract, and our brain. And so they are really viscerally connected by the vagus nerve, and there's the brain-gut axis. And so whenever we're digesting food, our gut, our intestines are connected to our brain and communicating information and vice versa. Another cool thing about our gut is that a lot of neurotransmitters are made there. And so, of course, food, the digestive process will affect our mood. It's not the only thing, but it will affect our mood. And so if you think back to those traditional medical, I guess you could say, culture, sort of the Ayurvedic school and traditional Chinese medicine, they always look at the qualities of food and the constitution of a person and how that connects. And of course, it's really looking at the types of foods that digest really well for a person. And if they are really good for that person's constitution, they're going to have great digestion, which means that their gut is going to be functioning well, their bacteria is going to be fed, that microbiome is going to be doing all of the amazing work it does, creating neurotransmitters. And for example, about 90 to 95% of serotonin is produced in the gut, not in the brain. And so if we've got everything functioning really well, we're going to have a better mood. We're going to feel better overall. And conversely, and vice versa, if we eat things that don't digest well in our system, they will leave us feeling crappier, and we're going to be more foggy-headed and be in worse moods, maybe more irritable, because that gut bacteria, all the good bacteria, are going to be sort of minimized. We're going to actually be feeding bad bacteria, I guess you could say. We're going to have more of that, and they're going to create more metabolic waste that will give us that foggy brain. Instead of the neurotransmitters and the sort of mood boosting compounds, we're going to have byproducts. And if we have indigestion, we have putrefaction of proteins, and we have gas and bloating. Those are creating metabolic waste and byproducts. That's not clean digestion. And so those compounds that are excreted in our gut, it's connected to our brain, and that's going to give us not the best moods, right? So all of it is so interconnected and all one. So essentially, we have to really look at the quality of our foods when we're thinking about mood. So I'm not going to say that's the only reason we have bad moods. We need to also be looking at the quality of our digestion. So that's one really key area to start looking at. It's not the only place, because just like the gut and food affects the brain and our mood, it's sort of the cycle. If you're in a bad mood, you're going to have bad digestion, and we have to then kind of tap into the beliefs and the way we're thinking. And so we're looking at things from a couple of different angles, and this is why it's so important to be working on your beliefs and your inner dialogue and your emotional states, because let's say we create that crappy mood in our mind and then we say we can't feel it, then that emotion, which creates a physiological response in the body, is sort of trapped in the nervous system, which creates even this greater spiral. So we have to really start breaking all of these things apart. But, if we start just focusing on the foods that make us feel great, and that we are as calm as possible when we're digesting our food, that could be a really key step to reversing this process. Let's say it is a holistic picture, and there are a lot of different moving parts, but this is just to give you awareness of the foods that you're eating. And it doesn't mean that if you're eating clean or eating the best, it's necessarily going to always create the best mood. Again, we have to look at the beliefs and what's going on underneath the surface as well. So I hope this video has cleared up a little on how digestion affects your mood. And there are a few more intricacies to that, but this is just to give you that kind of clarity. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Have a great day.